guys, what you doing? It's TheKillerDoll here, back from the depths of hell, which can only be known as college. Surprisingly, I have made it to Thanksgiving break. Didn't know I could do that. That's right, I am back on turkey break currently, and I have a very important question to ask you guys. Now, I know I've been gone for like months on end, and I know I look kind of like a mess right now, but do you like me? Are you into me? Like, do you like me? No? Is it because you have a preference for girls that are more masculine looking or even more feminine looking than I am? Because honestly, I don't know what category I fall under, so fuck is up. Maybe you're just into thinner girls. Or hell, maybe you're not even into girls or into people that present feminine. Well, regardless, I hate to break it to you, but your preferences are misogynistic because you don't like me. Well, that's at least according to this Twitter user. I really would make a comeback video talking about how the LGBT community is eating itself alive, per usual. So to be completely transparent with you guys, that beginning example isn't necessarily exactly how this situation goes out, because I personally don't know of a situation that is as stupid as this one that we're about to talk about. So let's jump into it. Basically, a trans non-binary individual, which is someone who doesn't identify with being a man or a woman. The individual was on Grindr, and for the sake of my sanity, I'm gonna treat Grindr like it's Tinder and you swipe right for, you know, liking the individual, swipe left for not, because for my sanity's sake, I don't know how Grindr works. The individual decided to switch up what pictures they were using on Grindr, and boy oh boy, they got pretty mad. I changed my Grindr pic from the pic on the left to the one on the right as an experiment. I never hook up using Grindr anymore, and immediately got hit up by dozens of people. Gays are misogynistic and can fuck off permanently now. Lol. So what we have here is basically the perfect case of somebody getting their feathers ruffled because they're not somebody's type on the regular. On a gay dating app that primarily caters to gay men, while they go by she, they pronouns and are trans non-binary. Make it make sense, please, I'm begging you. And before we go any further, I did my research on Grindr because I am not one to give the internet wrong information. And according to Grindr's About section, they are a social networking app. That's what we're calling it now. Okay. For gay, bi, trans, and queer people. Now with that being said, it is very clear that they do more than just focus on gay men. However, it seems that the primary users are typically gay men. And that is according to how the app is talked about, as well as how I know from personal experience in my life. You really haven't lived until you've been told the quote, "I'm so horny, I'm on Grindr right now." It's great. So primarily it seems like gay men use this app, however it is open for everybody in the community to use it. So Twinkie, please tell me again how apparently only gays are misogynistic when there are also queer people, other trans people, bi people, you know, the whole spectrum on the app. Maybe, and I could just being a dick here, maybe people just aren't into you. Because apparently with the range of people that are on Grindr, it seems to be more than just the gays not being into you. So with that being said, maybe they're not into you because, I don't know, you really come across as a narcissistic fuck. You know, believing everybody inherently should be into you and be swiping right is pretty narcissistic. Literally, I don't understand how you could be mad at just gay men and only gay men on a platform that caters to multiple different kinds of people, but you're specifically mad at gay men who are men typically attracted to other men, people who identify as he and him in this case. When you identify as trans non-binary and use she and they pronouns. You know, one of those pronouns is something that a gay man is typically not looking for. Grindr is for all groups of people. I definitely can understand that. However, if you go by she and they and expect gay men who typically are going after other gay men, people defining again as he and him, I really don't know what you're so mad about. And you're expecting people to be interested in you in general because you exist on the app. And if they aren't into you for being you while wearing makeup and going by she and they pronouns, they're misogynistic because you specifically do not fit their preference. Please at least tell me you did some like good old side-by-side stretching before you reached that conclusion, because that's a pretty big reach. So a lot of people saw this tweet, and of course people called the individual out on their bullshit and really said the same things I did. You know, after immediately seeing this tweet, because I saw it in the middle of class and I almost lost my shit. I mean, it makes sense that on an app for gay men to link up with other gay men, people would respond more to a photo when you're presenting more as a man, which your bio is telling you don't fully identify as. You know, a genuinely reasonable response, something that I can actually get behind 100%. But because this is twitter.com and specifically the side that thinks if something doesn't go my way, it's bad, you know shit didn't go well with this reply. Twinkie over here had a 100% good golden response that makes total sense. You're suggesting that I don't belong on Grindr because I'm not masculine enough? Honestly, imagine being so narcissistic and self-centered that you believe that people have to swipe right on you because you exist on an app. Couldn't be me. Breaking news! Not everybody is going to be interested in you in life in that sort of aspect, and that's totally okay because that is what preference is. People are definitely allowed to not be interested in you because you present yourself as feminine and go by she and they pronouns, and that's okay. It's really simple. You don't have to be everybody's type in life, and that is completely fine. However, what's not fine is getting mad at people over not being interested in you when you present yourself as feminine versus when you present yourself as masculine. That's called being a fucking child and throwing a temper tantrum. Literally, to show you how stupid this argument is, somebody who also presents as very feminine on fucking Grindr posted their shit, and it showed that they basically had the pick of the litter as well. Like, their experience, it's going pretty good being a femme. Just saying. They also mentioned that not everybody is looking for the same thing. Some people really want somebody feminine, some people really want someone masculine, and everything in between. The thing that can be said is that at the end of the day, this all comes down to preference, and that is completely fine. Now you're probably thinking,
Doll, this person's being ridiculous. Who could even defend this dumb mindset of people not liking them and being misogynistic because of that?
and unfortunately, because it's Twitter, of course, there is one individual I saw multiple times along the thread defending what Twinkie was saying, and honestly, I hate Twitter. Because the foundation of their argument was essentially, if you're on the app, you deserve to get attention. The dumbassery. I can't even believe it. It exists. Except Grindr isn't just for gay men, and not all gay men are masculine. Y'all are gross. You know, that is a true statement. However, I don't think people are primarily gross because they believe Grindr is typically used by gay males. I mean, I definitely thought that because most of my gay friends do use Grindr. But yeah, not all gay men are masculine. But that doesn't hide the fact that gay men who are also attracted to men probably wouldn't be into this individual because they use she pronouns, they pronouns, and primarily seem to be more feminine in that aspect. Yeah, but that doesn't mean people are misogynistic for having a preference. And that is also a very good point. Just because you look feminine doesn't mean that people are going to swipe right on you or left on you any less. It just comes down to preference. Especially since Grindr's location-based, it could definitely have to do with the people in your area in general. It does showcase the inherent femphobia people have. A preference is exactly that. It isn't a hardline denial that is constantly present, as well as some people prefer femmes. Hi, welcome to Everything's a Phobia. I'm your host. Please fucking kill me already. So for those of you who don't know, femphobia is the fear of people who present as feminine, and holy fuck dude, this is really not that deep. Imagine not getting swiped right on Tinder or Grindr or anything like that and immediately jumping to it being a person having a phobia of you. I wish I had the narcissism to think like that, honestly. This is not a femphobia issue. This is a simple dating app where people can, based off preference of seeing individuals' pictures, decide, do I want to pursue a relationship with this person or not? Sadly, this person really thought that Twinkie was in the right in this situation to think that this is misogynistic. And here's this last gem because, oh my fucking god, I hate it. I also think the right pick looks better. But if you want to be the left, be the left. Caring that you get attention for the left one or the right one is just that, wanting attention. You know, I actually really like this tweet because it's flat out saying like, hey, preference-wise, I like the one on the right, but because you feel more comfortable presenting as feminine, be feminine. Fuck it, it's just attention. Who fucking cares? Worry about what makes you feel good, not about what gets you attention. That's literally all the guy's saying, and it's pretty spot on. But alas, we cannot have anything wholesome in this household because everything is bad on Twitter.com. Apparently. No, they like to present one way and should be able to present more explicitly femme and still receive attention. No one was saying that they should present more as masculine over presenting as they want to be, which is feminine. Holy fuck. Reading comprehension, -10. Getting defensive over everything, +20. And I'm ready to rip my eyes out. I'd also like to point out that this person is saying that Twinkie should literally just get attention for dressing as femme, despite people's preferences. I feel like I'm literally beating a dead horse here, but it all boils down to a person's preference. If a person is not into you, they don't need to give you any attention like that. Just because they're not into dating femmes doesn't mean that they treat them any differently in real life. I'm sorry to break it to you, but dating apps are very superficial. And if somebody doesn't like what they see, they don't have to swipe right on you. Sorry. That's how the world works. Or at least the dating app world. Duh. I'd also like to point out that this person has blatantly said that people need to challenge their preferences because sometimes they can be rooted in problematic practices. Which literally to me just screams, give me a chance, because if you don't and you're not into me, it means that you're femphobic, misogynistic, any word I can think of that's bad. Ah yes, because you know my preference of being into men that are either pretty buff or slightly chubby is so problematic of me. And also my preference of being into very feminine women is so problematic of me. I'm not gonna pretend that there aren't preferences out there that are probably problematic. However, specifically saying that, I'm sorry, I'm not into you because you're femme, I'm not into you because you're masculine, I'm not into you for whatever reason along those lines, that's not problematic. Just because somebody isn't into you like that doesn't mean that they're gonna treat you badly any other way. They just aren't into you like that, and that's okay. At the end of the day, Twinkie, no one is saying that you should not be on Grindr because you're not masculine enough or anything like that, because obviously, as we found out, Grindr caters to a wide variety of people. But you just being present on that app and being on there doesn't mean that you're gonna have people that have to be attracted to you, and it doesn't guarantee that you're gonna make any matches like that. But overall, if you don't find what you're looking for on these sites and nobody is swiping right on you, that really is an excuse to go on Twitter and to call every gay man misogynistic because they're just not that into you. It really won't change a damn thing, honestly. And honestly, it's making you look more like a narcissist than anything else. Since apparently if somebody isn't into you, they must be misogynistic. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I feel like this was super repetitive, but honestly, there's not much I can say other than this is what preference is. Please learn that not everything is out to get you. I feel like that's the only way you could get this point across is by saying it over and over again and hope that something sticks eventually. But I hope you all enjoyed this little return to YouTube. As I mentioned, I am currently on turkey break and I'm gonna be home for a couple more days. So yay me, then it's back to how I go. But I should have a second video up this weekend or at the latest this upcoming week because I will be working on final projects and papers and all of that disgusting college stuff. End of the year, guys. We made it again, closer to getting this bachelor's. Fuck my life. But yeah, until the next video, which should hopefully be coming out relatively soon, I will see you guys later. Bye!